Big of a catastrophe was this? Joining me now from L.A. Fox News contributor Leslie Marshall, and from Washington, Mark Thiessen, a former speechwriter for President George W. Bush. Leslie, I go to you first. I'm going to give you three choices. Has Obamacare been a total catastrophe, a complete catastrophe, or a total complete catastrophe? One of the three, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, Greg, I can't hear you. Yeah, there's something wrong with my audio here. It's not a catastrophe. For crying out loud, Twitter nearly crashed when it first started. It's very typical when a website, and the fact I'm talking tech talk at the moment is frightening, but yeah, when there is a high spike with any company when they start a website, even Twitter, this can happen. And quite frankly, Greg, it shows that so many people want it. The system crashed for everybody saying nobody's interested. Nobody's interested in signing up.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Wow. Twitter crashed because millions of people were getting on it. No, I think there were 5 people in Iowa that signed on, and I think they thought they were trying to get a free vacation. They didn't even know it was Obamacare. Mark, okay, any website owner can tell you how much traffic there is, how many signups there are. The fact that they're not doing it is a little fishy. When the head of the CEO, so to speak, doesn't know, that's a little scary.
Yeah, no, if they had good numbers, they would be shouting it from the rooftops. The fact that they're saying they don't know means the numbers are absolutely terrible. And if it's true that they don't know, then that's absolutely pathetic, and it's actually dangerous. Because, I mean, think about this. If they don't know how many people signed up, how do they know how many people signed up are actually eligible for the subsidies? How do they protect against fraud? So it's absurd. And this idea that Leslie has mentioned that it's because so many people signed up, the administration's going out there and saying 8 million people went to the website in the first week. You know how many people visit Amazon.com every single day? 20 million people a day. And the difference is, on Amazon, 1, Amazon doesn't crash, and 2, on Amazon, people actually buy something. Oh, nobody wants to buy Obamacare. That's why they're not touting the numbers.
Leslie, you know, this brings up an interesting philosophical point. Apple, a great company, could run Obamacare. Obamacare, however, could never run Apple. One's about people, the other one is about a program. Isn't that the problem?
No. One is in the United States and manufactured here, and one, I believe, like to use sweatshop labor. In addition to that, one has to do with health care and reforming our current system and providing insurance programs, which Apple doesn't, for millions of Americans. No question, computer-wise, is Apple more savvy than our government? No question. This is not about a computer program. And quite frankly, any program that we've had in America, whether we use computer or not, has had numerous changes, numerous glitches, and been criticized overwhelmingly. Medicare and Social Security are 2 that I can point to.
Leslie, you're spinning like an ice skater on Adderall. The point I was making was that governments don't have business models. That's why people go to government, because they don't have a business model. Mark, the fact is, only businesses can do business. The idea that you believe that the government can handle insurance better than insurance companies is absurd, no?
Yeah, well, Americans are looking at this and saying the federal government can't manage a basic website. How are they going to manage the health care of millions of Americans? I mean, that's what's being demonstrated right here. And the reality is, look, this isn't because, I mean, there have been numerous articles in the Wall Street Journal and the Reuters and other places that this isn't just because of high demand. The platform is flawed. It's going to take weeks, months, and possibly even a year to fix it. And so you know what that means? What's going to happen? They're going to have to delay the individual mandate. Because you cannot punish somebody, penalize them for not signing up for health care if the website that you set up to allow them to apply for health care doesn't work. So what's actually the irony is here is that this rollout and the debacle that is this website might actually accomplish what Ted Cruz and the House Republicans tried to do and couldn't do, which is to delay the individual mandate.
That's actually an excellent point, because I wonder if that's the shutdown was unnecessary. This whole fight was unnecessary because it would have allowed more attention on this horrible rollout. I'll give you a softball question, Leslie. Are we just being too early to criticize?
Absolutely. The bottom line is, if you were, to me, what are you going to say a year from now if people are happy with it? Like the president says, you won't call it Obamacare anymore. And if this had been Bushcare, because it was originally a Republican idea, the health reform concept, this wouldn't have been getting the criticism. Give it the time. If it fails, then put it to a vote. And I think people are going to be very happy with it. It is more affordable. By the way, Mark, when you say the government can't handle health care, well, the congressional members, the senators, the president seem happy with their health care, and everybody on Medicare does. Everybody on Medicare that walks into my husband's medical center, which I co-own, they're very happy with that.
7 people in Louisiana.
The biggest advocates for Obamacare are running from it like it's Godzilla.
Yeah.
All right, Leslie.
No, they're not.
Mark, we got to go. Thank you very much. Plenty